Crime in Estonia is combated by the Estonian police and other agencies. In 2015, Estonia had a murder rate of 3.19 per 100,000 population. There were a total of 42 murders in Estonia in 2015. The murder rate was considerably higher in the 1990s and the 2000s. An average of 9.4 people per 100,000 per year were killed in Estonia between 1999 and 2001. Organized crime is characterized by a loose alliance of mobster groups, principally of Russian origins, with a wide range of different rackets: prostitution, motor vehicle theft, drug trafficking, and previously also providing workers to building contracts in Finland, where the criminal organizations were confiscating a share of workers' wages. Although small, the mafia is hierarchical and well organized, which has enabled its survival. The Common Fund is a traditional umbrella organization of criminal groups, a trade union of sorts which settles conflicts and establishes the boundaries of the spheres of interest of the various groups. In 2003, the Common Fund had been dominated for about 15 years by Nikolai Tarankov of Ukrainian or Belarusian heritage and KGB training. However, Tarankov was killed by his godson in 2016. The Common Fund pays for lawyers of court members, purchases and delivers packages to imprisoned members and covers other expenses. Such insurance increases the loyalty of the members. In 2005, the Estonian Central Criminal Police noticed a decline in revenues of the Common Fund, leading to capture of several high-ranking members. The decline has been attributed to changes in Estonian society, particularly those experienced in the lead-up to accession to European Union. In 2010s, the police have been successful in disrupting the operations of the Obshek by arresting high-ranking members. One of the kingpins, Assar Polis, was convicted in 2016 for founding a criminal organization and funding drug trafficking. The gang got its income through illegal debt collection and extortion, and some members committed tax fraud, drug crimes and violent crimes. In general, violent crime and protection rackets have become a thing of the past. It is no longer necessary for ordinary businessmen to pay protection money. Instead, the mafia is more involved in drug trade and white-collar crimes such as tax fraud. Also, many former mafia businessmen have moved to legitimate business. Arni Nirwanan is the largest ever perpetrator of employment fraud in Estonia. He is known for having collected money with promise of overseas jobs from thousands of people and disappearing after having caused over 10 million of damages in 1993. Evo Vyal was convicted for embezzlement in 2003. The neologism Vyolma has become a slang word meaning to embezzle. The illegal drug trade's turnover in Estonia according to 2008 estimates might be several billion. According to the opinion of Senior Superintendent of Narcotic Crimes Department at North Police Prefecture, only 1% of the whole amount of drugs on the market is confiscated in Estonia. In 2011, the EUROPOL trafficking unit designated the Baltic states and Kaliningrad as a transit hub for drug trafficking in and out of Russia. In 2008, Transparency International has measured the Corruption Perception Index for Estonia to be at 6.6. Russia 147th 150th with a CPI at 2.1. A total of 326 corruption-related offences were identified and registered in 2008, considerably below the number registered in 2006, when 511 instances of corruption were found, but 17% higher than in 2007, and slightly higher than in 2003. These accounted for just 0.6% of all criminal offences. Foreign investors do not consider corruption as a main problem of doing business in Estonia. In general, the public sector is transparent and has good compliance with anti-corruption initiatives and demonstrates adherence to ethical principles on the cultural level. In February 2012, the government passed an Anti-Corruption Act in order to further improve transparency in the public sector, such as asset disclosure by government officials. Public trust in the electoral system is high. However, the government still faces challenges in combating corruption. Local level government corruption still remains a problem, and public awareness of corruption prevention needs to be raised. According to Interpol in 2002, since the fall of the Soviet Union, the largest group of prostitutes working in Finland has consisted of trafficked women from Estonia and Russia. The 2012 Trafficking in Persons report, issued by the U.S. Trafficking State Department, repeats the claims of previous years that Estonia is source, transit, and destination for adult human trafficking, and that Estonia fails to comply with their minimum standards for eliminating trafficking. It now adds that the government is making significant efforts to do so. Trafficking is now treated as a serious matter by the Estonian government, which enacted a law in 2012 criminalizing trafficking in persons with